Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Airwingmarine here, and we've got our update for the new weekly trials in Arc Raiders for the week starting November 10th, 2025. Now this week we've got some interesting ones, and they've all been interesting, but it's nice to see that they're keeping them fresh. And one of them even includes the brand new event that frankly we're still trying to get a handle on. We're going to break down all 5 of this week's trials, give you the tips you need to get them done fast, and we'll make sure you have all the info you need to stay in the top of your bracket. Now, real quick, last week I posted a full in-depth guide to how the entire trial system works, how the leaderboards, the ranking, all of that stuff functions. If you're new or just need a refresher on the nuts and bolts of it all, go check out that video. We'll throw a link down in the description. This week, we'll just do a brief overview to keep everybody up to pace on or anything that's changed that we've learned, and then we'll jump straight into the new challenges. Now, as always, if you find this video helpful, do me a solid and hit that like button. It helps me out a ton and tells YouTube you want to see more of it. All right, let's get right into it. All right, so for anyone who's brand new, here's a 60-second quick rundown refresher of how the trials work. Trials are weekly challenges that reset every, week. As of now, it's been Monday morning. You get 5 new objectives to grind. These objectives are personal bests in an individual raid, so they're not cumulative over multiple raids. Now, most of them can be done as a team, so your points do group. So like, they don't add up, but like if 3 of you shoot at the same arc that has a damage thing, you all 3 get the same points. You're not shared, it's not split up. But any of the destroyed ones, you have to kill something specific, destroy it, those are individual, as anyone who doesn't get the final shot gets an assist, and that doesn't count. Now, completing these trials gets you in-game rewards, and we're talking materials, guns, blueprints, and even eventually exclusive cosmetics. Now, these are divided out into a 1, 2, or 3-star system based on the points you earn. You're also competing on a leaderboard against 99 other players that are placed into your bracket based on when you score your first points. So if you log in Monday afternoon and you play a match and you get some points, you will be placed in a bracket at the same time as everybody else who logged in Monday morning. Now, doing well gets you bragging rights, obviously, and it helps you rank up to even get better rewards down the line. Now, something we found out is the cosmetics associated with the leaderboard, those are awarded at the end of the season, not each time it happens. So you have to be in that rank at the end of the season, then you get all that stuff associated with it. Now, in each leaderboard, the top 30 players jump 2 ranks, and then 31 to 60 go up 1 rank. Everyone else stays put. Now, if you don't compete at all, if you score no points, which means you basically didn't play, you'll lose a rank at that point. That's the only way to lose a rank. Now, a crucial reminder, always try to run your trials on maps with major conditions. So that is 3 things right now as of making this video. One is the night raids, which we've had so far. The 2 new ones are the electromagnetic storms and the bunker, which is only on spaceport. These conditions give you a 2x point multiplier on everything you earn, and you're just not going to be competitive on the leaderboard without it. And it's going to make doing some of these a lot harder, even if you're just trying to get your 3 stars and you don't care about the leaderboard. And then lastly, the points only count if you survive. So there's an extra level of pressure to get out with not just your loot, but your trial points as well. Again, the full deep dive is last week's video, but now let's talk about this week. Okay, so first up we have damage wasps, and it's as simple as it sounds. It's straightforward deal damage task. So all progress from your squad is shared. Just find them, light them up. There's no funny business here with them crashing either. Some people thought that if they crash, you didn't get all the points. It doesn't matter if you shoot them once and they just happen to crash. Like I've shot them with a shotgun and they go all screwy and hit a wall and they blow up. Or sometimes it takes 3 or 4 people are shooting at them and they blow up in the air because enough damage is dealt. The points are all the same. So if you're conserving ammo, remember, just take out 2 of the thrusters and let them eat the dirt. You get the points. Now, a little pro tip here. The best way to farm these is to throw out collected snitch scanners. If you kill a snitch, they have the core as a snitch scanner. When you throw these, it will call down at least 1, but sometimes 2 wasps, and it does it right where you throw them, kind of like Helldiver's grenade almost. So run a few raids, collect up a few dozen of these snitch scanners, and then mix them into your farming on the just of the regular spawns. Shoot some wasps over, throw out your snitch scanners, and then shoot. You could probably throw 10 or 15 of these things out real quick, and then throw up a wolf pack and get all the points just like that and be done. That's probably what we're going to do. It's going to be kind of a wild shit show because I want to try to see how many of these things we can throw in and call in with a team of 3 of us doing this. Now, the second one is the download data during the hidden bunker. This is the brand new condition. I'll show you here on the map. It just happens to be here. It's not always here. The hidden bunker here starts at 1 hour and 22 minutes, and it's only on spaceport. And this is one of the new major conditions. Like I said, you have night raids, and there's no electromagnetic storms up yet, but they're here. They just cycle in and out. Now, full disclosure, we are still figuring out most of how this works, the optimal way of doing it, if you can do it with multiple people. Essentially, there's 4 antennas you have to do. We have an 100% correct code on it, and the best and fastest way to do it, especially for this trial. So here's the plug that comes along with it. Come by the stream. I'm here almost every day during the week on Twitch and YouTube streaming live, and you can ask questions or even watch us doing it there and hopefully figure it out. We're going to be running this thing over and over as the time allows, and as soon as we get it completely locked down, I'll do a full in-depth guide on it. Hopefully I can do that tomorrow night, and we'll do that just like we did for the trial system. So make sure you're subscribed for that so you see it. Now, third up, we have deliver carryables. It's pretty self-explanatory if you understand it, I guess. These are your standard supply depot things. You did a task for one of these, the crate you gotta waddle around and stick in a box. It closes and it gives you some loot. This is that. Now, a lot of the main locations, at least from what I've seen, have 2 or 3 of these packages that you can deliver to depots relatively close by, and they're fixed spawn. So like they don't move around. So once you find them, you know where they're at and they're always there. Maybe this will warrant another guide video as well. It's definitely something you're going to want to get done sooner than later, because as we get into Friday and the weekend, more players are going to be trying to do this and it's going to be more contested. And once the box is taken, it's gone. There's not another one there. So I'm trying to think right now. I think there's 4 or 5 of these on each map that I have seen. And I know some of them for sure most of them have 2 things you can drop off, but I think even some have 3 close by. Again, I think we'll figure out where to do this. I'm planning on doing it on Damn Battlegrounds at least the first time, because I know where most of those are at. Try to do a night raid, or probably not during an electromagnetic storm because you get zapped by lightning trying to do this, but try to run through and get as many of these done as we can. It's going to be pretty contested. It's going to be tough to do in a 30-minute raid, especially because these supply depots are near some of the hot spots on the map. So it's not just easy in and out. So while this is something more straightforward, kind of like the supply drop one last week, I think it's going to be pretty difficult to actually be in the top tier of this. I think getting 3 stars, I don't know how many points it's going to be, but if you get a couple of these done, you're probably going to be all right for your points. But trying to compete on your leaderboards, this is going to be one of the ones that separates people, I think, for who has high points and low points. Now, next up is destroy fireballs. This is one of the solo only progress ones, or in other words, your group kills don't count. So unlike the damage tasks, this one isn't shared progress with your squad. It's based on who actually gets the destroy credit. The assists don't count. So this is one for the solo grinders, if you will, or if you're in a squad, you just to make sure someone is designated the fireball killer. It's a little annoying, I know, but this is how it is, and it seems like we're going to have one of these each week. Now, as far as where to do this, I'm thinking probably Spaceport or Blue Gate Underground, because there's a lot of fireballs there, obviously at night. But wherever you think you can do them, a lot of people like doing it on Damn Battlegrounds. You do it where you're most comfortable. It's just going to be a race. And remember, they will respawn, so you could run through, kill a bunch, and do another lap and probably get a second round of them. And then the 5th one is going to be Damage Bastions. And again, this is pretty straightforward. And this is going to be bring your big boy toys. At this point, you're going to see people with hole crackers, throwing the wolf packs at these things. I don't like wolf packs. They don't do that great against the bastions compared to other stuff. They do okay. I'm not saying they're bad, but I think a hole cracker is a lot more efficient, especially if you got 3 of you. 2 guys running a hole cracker, you're going to be able to smash through this thing pretty quickly, especially if you hit it with a showstopper or a hornet core. Those stun like showstoppers as well, if you didn't know. And again, this is just a pure damage counter, so focus fire with your teammates and just melt it down. And remember, since it's just damage, you don't even have to get the kill. So if you see another squad fighting one, feel free to lob some shots at it from a safe distance, and you get credit. And not only do you get the points, you block those points from the other team, because there's only so much damage you can do, right? And if you're getting the points, the other team's not. And every little bit counts. Now, that's all 5 of them, but make sure to let me know of any strategies or tips you can think of down in the comments below. It's not just to help me out, it helps the community because everybody checks that out. Like I said, the last 2 weeks have been pretty chill. You didn't have to really try too hard to get into the top 30, but I think those days are pretty much over if you've stayed at the top of this and you're in the try hard rank 2 bracket now. 25k points probably isn't going to cut it to keep you in the top 30, and it might even get more bloodthirsty than that. It's going to be really interesting to see once we get into Saturday and Sunday next week where it's going to be in the top 30 for this. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Just a quick update to keep you in the know on the weekly trials. As always, we'll do these every week. If you found this video helpful or informative, do me a huge favor. Share it with a friend or your raid squad. It helps the channel out a ton, and it doesn't cost you anything. So it's a win-win for everybody. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button if you like the video, which if you're still here, I have to imagine you did. And subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss out on that hidden bunker guide or the supply depot. I'm starting to think now we'll probably do a supply depot for every map just to help everybody out. As always, you can find me live on Twitch or YouTube streaming. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see more up-to-date stuff. I post on there every day just about. And join the community over on the Discord if you want more direct access. All of those links are right down in the description. As always, I appreciate you guys being here and spending your time with me. I wish you the best of luck in your raids and your trials, and we'll see you topside.